All right, guys, we're back at the property. We went downstate so I could work for a couple days, and
a big storm came through while we were gone. It's good we needed the rain, but
yeah,
check it out.
leaving was a lot easier than coming back, apparently. So we had a good friend and neighbor warn us that a storm came through. So let's just hope that trees fell in the woods, not on things. You need help? You okay? Don't put any body parts underneath it in case it falls. If it falls off of there and lands on you, you're screwed.
Well, we got some firewood.
There's firewood, and if it's not all rotten, maybe some milling.
Yeah.
Rotten down at the bottom, but that's why I didn't cut this one down, because it was rotten. But apparently it's came down on its own.
Another poplar.
All the poplars are dying around here, guys. That's why I told you we were cutting some of them down. Whole top of that one came off. That's a nice straight tree too. I could use the bottom part of it. This is all probably too small. Look, fell on my tractor. Let's hope everything's okay up at camp.
Hi, boys. Good Boy Scout.
So guys, our one security camera has been on the fritz the last month. So we haven't seen the cabin. Pop-up looks okay, shed looks okay. Oh, my road got all effed.
That's how you know it rained hard.
Yeah. That's not good. That got all washed out. That's an easy fix. That's good firewood. Good ironwood wood. I guess nature chose which trees were going to be firewood this winter. This time, this round. So far so good. Let's hope the cabin's okay. And our solar. All that good stuff. So guys, we have no fear of wildfires anymore here. But all the wildfire smoke from Canada, just north of us, is fogging up a lot of stuff. Smoking everything out. Like you can hardly see, you can't see. I'll show you when we get to the cabin. Full and full. And the garden looks okay. And the solar looks okay. So guys, we got one big tree down right by the gate. And everything else looks okay, right? Cabin looks okay. Nothing ripped off the cabin. Flowers, okay.
Yep, just trees.
Look at the garden, guys. It was pretty big before we left a few days ago. Now it's really big. Look at that. These ones we transplanted later, so they're gonna catch up. All our tomatoes are getting taken over by squash of some sort. We didn't do a very good job of keeping track of what they were, but that's a viney one, so that's got to be either spaghetti squash or you know, acorn squash.
Yeah, I'll take care of some stuff down here, will you?
Look at that, guys. The peppers are getting ridiculously large. They're like 1.5 feet tall already. All of our cucumbers are vining out. The new solar array handled the wind okay, obviously, so that's good. I turn this off, guys, when we're not here, so it doesn't move around and get caught in bad weather. It has a wind gauge and a thing. It's supposed to go into night mode. I haven't figured out how to get it to go into night mode where it goes flat, but solar's full still somehow. All right, everything's on, everything's happy. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get some dirty clothes on, or crappy clothes, and we're gonna go cut up that poplar. Whole barn's still standing. All right, guys, robins are ticked off that we're here, but you know what? They're gonna have to roll with it, deal with it. So, all right, I'm gonna throw on some crap clothes and go clean up that mess. So we just need to drive one of these back up to the cabin when I'm done.
Poplar we can make in the milling, so that's good. And this is the biggest one that fell down, so that's not too bad of a problem. Right? Well, we got some firewood, guys, and a couple logs that he can mill, so that's good. So
yeah, lots of siding we need, so might as well make use of this rather than just cutting it up and getting it out of the way.
yeah, we could cut the smaller stuff up into firewood and use it for campfire wood, and the big stuff will be milling, so that's good. Finding the good positives. And guess what? Nothing fell on the cabin, or our garden wasn't damaged.
Yeah.
Their solar panels weren't damaged. So all good, happy, positive things. Now we can drive through. Hooray!
All right, good to go.
Mm-hmm.
I need to try to get this cap off.
Oh. Is that what you pound on?
Yep. We're gonna try.
This is what you have to thread on.
Yes. We need pipe dope too, which I have. All right, guys, we have a bucket of soapy water here. Dave from Bush Radical recommended washing off all the pipe because the oils and stuff they use to make the pipe. I have all this stuff primarily from like a decade ago. I got the bright idea to water my garden downstate with this, and I failed. I got it like 10 feet into the ground and hit a rock or hard packed clay or something, and I snapped it off in the ground. And this is like broken off in the threads. And long story short, this is where it ended up in the shed. So we could use it up here at some point. So we're gonna
finally time.
So I'm gonna get a couple, see if I have any metal stuff we could try wire witching, but I don't know if we have any of that. I don't know if we have something that would work. So let's go walk around the property a little bit. We want to go to the lowest spot of our property. People say that water follows the grade, but there's way better chance of us getting water because there is a swampy area close to here that I think might be 25 feet down, and it holds water. And we're doing it on our property, but the water table would be the same. So let me look for a piece of wire here, see if we could wire witch just for giggles. If we don't have that, we'll just pick a spot. I don't know. Can't be water everywhere.
When they walk over a water source, the rods will spontaneously cross, or the stick will jerk downward.
See, like they're straightening out. Like, I'm not doing that. So, like, see, look. Like,
I don't know. Can't have a well in the middle of the road that we drive.
well, I'm not saying that. I'm just marking spots so when we go down here and then we come back, I can do it again and see if it magically... I'm just testing it right now.
Alright guys, I guess we're starting. We walked around for an hour. Didn't take you guys with us because you would have been bored out of your mind.
I was bored. This is the easy access for driving. You know, if we have a tank of water, we just come down here, or a tank, and just fill it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to think what long-term reason not to put it right here. Or hit a rock. Or a root.
Where's it at? That's what came out of the pipe, guys. That's why it's important to clean your pipes prior to digging your well, because you don't want that in your water. Right?
Right. And like Dave said, he said you can use the pipe dope. Just don't put it on the first couple threads, because you don't want this in your water either.
This way?
Yep. Alright, that's good. This is why you start with a hole, guys, because I can't beat on that. Alright, guys, so you don't need the stuff on there. Now, this is how I tried to do it 10 years ago. Where you put this drive cap on, and then you hit it with a sledgehammer. Dave uses a sacrificial coupler, but he pounds inside, the little rod goes inside and then it smushes it. We have something we just bought at a garage sale. I think I'm gonna try this again. Alright, let's try that.
So every like 2 or 3 whacks you.
Yeah, once it gets in the ground, it's not as difficult. All right. Alright. This is why you don't do this until you have a jackhammer and you go and it goes right in like a half an hour. But we're gonna be here for 15 hours because we're doing
should have looked at renting a jackhammer when we were in town.
I again told you you need to have a custom fitting for a jackhammer. You can't just rent a jackhammer. All right. All right. All right. All right, guys, the camera went dead on us. We failed miserably. Did the same thing it did 10 years ago. I tightened that cap down every few hits. I tighten that cap down every few hits, and it still just goes down on the threads and strips them all out. And yeah, we just spent the last half hour digging out the sand point and the 3 feet of pipe that we had in the ground. So apparently drive cap and monkey wrenches or pipe wrenches, tighten them down, does not work.
So try another method or figure something out.
Yeah. We got a hole and we got it down, like I said, probably 6 feet in the ground. And then the threads on the cap just like stripped out and pushed all the way down, and I don't know. So anyway, we're whooped. It's...
You got suggestions.
Yeah, I guess we'll just wait for Brooke and Dave to come here and ask Dave to bring his little handy dandy 60-pound smasher. or Carl's off the grid. He used a jackhammer, but he had a special fitting that he made.
Did he make that fitting or did
Yeah, yep. I thought they like had them now, but he made it. So anyway, we're whooped. I'm not in the mood. But yeah, we broke
we failed.
another piece of pipe, the cap.
But it's okay
Yeah.
to fail.
Yeah, we tried.
It's part of learning and building here off the grid.
Yeah, so Carl, I think, failed on his first attempt too. So, and then something changed and he got it. He said really quick. So, Carl, maybe.
Jackhammer.
Yeah, well, I'll have you text me a picture of what you built. See if I can replicate it. So, all right, guys, we're heading up to camp. The mosquitoes are terrible and we're sweaty and done.
You're a little dirty, young man.
So, Jen and I are a hot mess.
I'm a little more so.
I'm a little more so. I'm like sweaty from
Sweaty
top to bottom.
and covered in dirt and grease.
Yeah, I didn't really anticipate that going that poorly. But anyway, so we're gonna sit by a fire, guys, and chill out. Hang out with us for a little bit if you want. And if we don't go any farther, we'll see you later.
Mm-hmm. Are you so happy? Huh? Are you so happy? Are you a chocolate lab? Come on.